Just add one more color in there. Seems like we need a sun. Maybe some clouds. All right, so there's our beautiful picture right there. So what I would usually do is just come up like I did with just some simple colors. Like I have a sense of, okay, I want a blue, I want a green, a brown, whatever. Would put this on the fridge. This is perfect for a fridge. So I'm gonna now, let's see, duplicate that. So yeah, I would come up with just a really simple and not amazing color scheme. And then from there, I'll start to apply a couple different adjustment layers, or I think they're just called, are they adjustment layers? Or are they? Yeah, adjustment layers to the color scheme. So one that I really like to use is using levels. And actually, this is one of the techniques that I go over in my color class, and I still use it all the time, is I'll make changes to all of the colors as a whole to try and harmonize them better. So right here, so I'll go into either the red, the green, or the blue. What do you call these? Like, I think it's called like a histogram. And I will play with these sliders. One adds more blue to everything, one takes blue away. Let me just make sure that's only affecting the layer I want. Yeah. And so, like I said, this makes changes to like all the colors at once, and that just naturally makes them harmonize with one another. So yeah, so I'll choose something like blue, and let's say just kind of add a bit of blue to all of them. And you can already kind of see that like the color scheme is getting a bit more interesting here. Like there's the brown's kind of shifting to a purple. The colors are kind of working a bit better together than these two here. So already you can see that this is kind of making a bit more of an interesting, let me zoom out a bit maybe, a bit more of an interesting color palette. Then I can maybe jump over to the red, pump that up a bit, or maybe even just take it down. Yeah, I'll add a bit of red. And maybe I'll actually just take away some green. I don't know if I like that as much. Maybe let's add more blue. Yeah, I really like how that's looking. So I'll just find something here that I really like. Then from here, I'll continue to add some different adjustment layers. So doing what I just did actually gets rid of a lot of contrast. If I went to black and white right now, yeah, black and white, you can kind of, actually not too noticeable. It's a bit noticeable, but not really. So ignore what I said. Oops. But anyway, from here, I'll probably add some contrast back in, and I can do that a couple of ways. One of them is just using brightness and contrast, so I might increase the contrast a bit. Sometimes I might want things more saturated, so I'll use something like Vibrance. Vibrance I find is kind of nice to really pump colors up. And then there might be like a specific color that I don't like. So in this case, I'm kind of liking how the blues and like the purple and the green is like how these colors are all working together. I don't like that yellow. So I might use something like selective color and change specifically the yellow. So I just might add more yellow to it so it's not as washed out. Or maybe I'll use less so it's a little more of a pale sun. Either way. So it's not a perfect step-by-step sort of thing, but this is how usually what I do with colors is I try to come up with the best color scheme or a pretty good color scheme without killing myself over it. Just picking colors just as I see fit, and then I'll go through some different adjustment layers to try and harmonize them. And again, this is in my like level up your colors class, and I go into much better detail there. And also, if you want, I think there's like some articles too that I could send you that are pretty helpful with this. Right. So hopefully that answers that.